Okay, video one, the first parent function that we're going to deal with is the constant function. So the equation is f of x equals c, where c just represents a constant. In this case, we're going to look at f of x equals 4, right? So if we have f of x equals 4, if we take that 4 and then we add 3 to it, the direction that it's going to move is going to be up 3. So up 1, 1, 2, 3. And obviously we know 4 plus 3 is 7. This is f of x equals 7. But it's taking the original 4, and this 3 is shifting it or translating it up 4. That is a vertical translation. If we go back to the f of x equals 4, and then we subtract 7, we're going to go down 7, so that the equation will be f of x equals negative 3, which is a translation down 7. So what you need to do in your groups for problem number 1 of this video is find the domain range in zeros of this last function right here, f of x equals 4 minus 7. And then on this one, we have our second parent function, which is the identity function, which is just f of x equals x, right? And x is a set of all real numbers. So that is just a straight diagonal line, right, where you have 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, and anywhere where the y value equals the x value, you get this slope of 1 and a y-intercept of 0. So if you have x minus 2, right, just from the last one, we can say that that's going to be down 2. So we're going to take this graph and we are going to translate it down 1, 2 units so that it looks like this. Now the y-intercept is 0, negative 2. However, algebraically, you could also think of this as the same thing as x minus 2 in parentheses, in which case it's not down 2, and if you remember from last year, this would be a shift right 2. So if we took our original equation, our original graph, which is right here, instead of moving it down 2, if we move it right 2, you'll notice that it is still the exact same spot. The y-intercept is still negative 2. The right 2 and the down 2 for this one is exactly the same thing, because whether you think of this in parentheses so it's right 2 or without parentheses so that it's just down 2, you get the exact same graph regardless. So again, your second part of this video, what you need to do in your groups is find the domain range in zeros of this newly transformed function.